Hi, I'm Virginia and I've been a medical writer and content creator since 2020. So in this video, we're talking about whether or not you need a certificate to become a medical writer. The short answer is no. And the second answer, the longer answer, is yes, probably, maybe, it depends, because there are different skills that you might need as a medical writer. So the first certificate that you might need is an advanced education degree. So this is either a Bachelor of Science or a master's degree or a PhD. Now, most people would argue that medical writing is very competitive and you need a PhD, but that's not true because there are lots of different types of medical writing. And if you need a PhD to get a job in medical writing, then you need to reconsider why you are doing that PhD. Because if you are working towards working in, for example, a pharmaceutical company, then a PhD might be worth it because a medical writer or medical communicator will have a comfortable life in a pharmaceutical company. But if you are doing a PhD because you want to advance our understanding as the human race in science, then yes, definitely do it. But also make sure that you can use your PhD in lots of different ways and not just for medical writing. So if you have a Bachelor of Science or a Master's, that's usually good enough. I have a Master's, but I also have the added advantage of being a healthcare professional. So that's another thing you might want to consider. If you're a healthcare professional and you want to have a job that you can work from home or work from anywhere, maybe you want to travel, maybe you have kids, or maybe you're retired and you just want to do something to earn extra income, then being a medical writer is a good idea because it means that you can put your medical knowledge to good use. Now, there are some people who do not have any kind of medical or science degree. Maybe they have a degree in English literature or marketing or storytelling or something more creative. Now, there is a possibility that you can get into medical writing, but it's going to be more challenging and you're probably going to be in the more competitive side of medical writing where you are competing with other people who do things creatively. So I would say that if you are thinking of doing that, then try to get into the medical writing field as early as possible. And you might not find a full-time job straight away, but generally the route to get into medical writing is to build your portfolio if you're trying to get into the more creative roles, such as copywriting, which is what I do. And also try to think bigger than just writing on the internet. So for me, I write video scripts as well. And some other people, they might want to write textbooks or educational books. And I've interviewed some people on the Medical Writing Uncut podcast, which you can watch on this YouTube channel as well, that, they do all kinds of things. And it's so interesting because they're even journalists as well. And I've written some articles for Pharmacy Magazine, for example. And I even created Medical Writer magazine to try and share stories of medical writers. And, it's so exciting when you get people interested in a publication that you're writing for. So not everything is just writing in a journal article and writing in, on a website, on a blog, or the other thing you could do also is newsletters. So regular pieces of writing. So if you can get a newsletter, that's awesome because you know that you're going to be writing it at least once a week or maybe once a month. So you might want to specialize in writing newsletters, for example. And there's also, of course, social media. So make sure that you consider all of your options if you want to get into medical writing on the maybe creative side. And there's also product development as well. So you might not even see some of the things that medical writers do because they are actually writing stuff to go inside a product. Maybe it's inside an app or maybe it's inside a medical device. So there's lots of things that you can do there. So the other thing to consider is how much you're willing to spend on a certificate. So there's a couple of certificates out there which are quite expensive, and some people are requesting them as part of a job application. But actually, I do not think that you should do a medical writing certificate to get a job. I think you should do the medical writing certificate to get the skills to do the job. So on the job, when you get it, then you will learn everything that your client really wants you to know how to do, and usually they will have a different brief. So there are no two clients that are the same, I will tell you that from experience, and they'll usually have different demands, but usually they kind of follow the same structure. So what that means is there will always be a title, there'll be a collection of headings, there will be information you must include, there might be a call to action, or there might be a list of references that they definitely want you to have a look at. And there have even been times where I just do fact checking. So that means I'm looking at the source of information, then I'm looking at what the writer has produced, and I'm checking that it's actually correct and it hasn't been misinterpreted, for example. So consider those kind of things as well. So ultimately, you should do certificates to learn skills, and you shouldn't do certificates because you think they're going to get you a job, because that's not true. And anyone that gets you to believe that is lying. So I know it's strong words coming from me because I sell courses for medical writers, but I'm selling courses to help teach people skills and help them develop their career as a medical writer. I'm not selling you courses with the promise of getting a job. I'm selling you courses to learn skills. And these are skills that you're going to use for as long as you can, as long as you are a medical writer. And then who knows, maybe you'll be a medical writer for a few years and then you'll decide to switch to something else. So I'm excited to be working on a course about Canva and design skills for medical writers, and also a course about writing scripts for videos, because that's what I do and I really enjoy it. And so I'd love to teach more people how to do that, because we definitely need better health videos. So I need people to learn those skills as well, and maybe we could work together. So, there's lots of opportunities out there. And yeah, bottom line, just to say it one more time, don't do a medical writing certificate to get a job. Do it to get the skills. All right, peace out. Good luck with everything, and I'll see you in the next video.